Hello, hello, and welcome back to the continuing adventures of DCSS as he treks through the dungeon. Where last we left off, a lot of things had happened, and they are continuing to happen. More to the point, I had suffered under curse for a very long time, wearing both inaccuracy and a cursed telly ring. I'm carrying the cursed telly ring with me because I can still foresee it being valuable now that it's uncursed, but inaccuracy, no, just no. I'm also going to burn my enchant scrolls onto this electrocution dagger so that I have a dagger for non-drainable targets in melee range. I've worshipped Sif MuNe. I'm really glad I found that deity altar. And yeah, we're good now. So onwards ho. Close that door, make them come to me, get mana back while I wait, continue to poke, continue to poke. Let's drain. Excellent. And res them all. Oh, blowgun with needles? I'll take the needles. So I have more than enough poison needles to last me a while here. Of course, now that weight is not a factor, I don't mind carrying even more than enough. Once you decide you're using an item slot, it doesn't matter how many of that item you carry. They're not going to get destroyed somehow either. Is that Curari? No, it's poison. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna back away a space and then just keep painting whatever comes through. I don't need a drain, I'm at full health. I don't need any of those weapons. I'll take the needles. I'll take more needles, and then you can all wake up. Okay. That's a tricky scenario. Let's see if we can't get some of my fellow zombies in against him. There we go. We've got a few more in than normal. And use the electro dagger because I have double freeze protection. We'll drain the scorpion to kill it. Excellent. And then we'll drain the iguana to kill it. Excellent. Res the dead. Not possible yet. We'll try out these boots. +2 boots. I think I am fully girded out now. No, I'm missing gloves. Okay, that's fine. Res the dead. On we go. Okay, spellcasting can go off now. We're going to start training fighting for the HP buff. When drain tanking, it's very important to be able to tank as well as drain. Unlike most forms of tanking where taking 0 damage is great, here taking 0 damage is fine, but it's more important that when I take X damage, I still have 2x health left. In other words, I know I'm going to be taking damage. I think there's a teleport trap right... Nope, never mind. In other words, I know I'm going to be taking damage. It's a question of how much damage can I afford before I die. Because I'm hoping to have a bank that I can go lower on and then regain it out from there. I want to use fear or anything to just buy myself an air gap here. I don't want to waste a teleport scroll on this, but I don't think I have a choice. Bees can't poison me, but can they hurt? They're not really hurting. Let's see if I can drain my way out of this. No, I'm barely able to drain my way out of this. There we go. Well, that's about as good as I could do. I may have made the wrong call. And unfortunately, thanks to making the wrong call, I'm now forced to burn an even more valuable resource. Oh, he got to take a step towards me and an attack. That's dumb. I was banking on him taking a step, but not getting a free hit, and that way I could drain him, and that would be sufficient to live again. I could have just hit the teleport scroll here, but I was pretty confident I could fight my way out of that. And I did a good job fighting my way out of most of it. I just didn't make it all the way to the end. In the end, I guess I underestimated the bees in more than one way, and look how close it was. I mean, they barely dealt enough damage to get me. So what are we up to now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mummies. And, well, I guess I'm not counting the Conjurer, so I'm not counting the 0 either, because that's just me quitting the game on turn 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mummies. Skeletor is actually doing well still. Or sorry, Nukamura is doing... No, not Nukamura, Skeletor. Alright, we're gonna restart one, and this one I'm just gonna play through pretty rapidly, so we'll call it, Tut Tut, which is definitely not a stand-in for Tutankhamun. Necromancy. You know, I haven't seen any mummy zombies. I wonder if there's a rule against zombifying mummies. Well, fuck me with an iron poker. That's not fair. Even a deep elf would be screwed here. Somehow, mostly because they didn't chase me, I got away from them all. And now, I can go back and hunt them. Because I have followers. Dicks. That was an awful start. I got very lucky though. Most of my spells did not miscast. There was no guarantee that any of my pains casted correctly, let alone hit for significant damage. If that had been protected from fire, I would have been way happier. You know, I say that a lot, and it's true, but again, the more common element to be hit by early game is those ice bears. There's not as much early game fire, save from the orc wizard. And even they are just as likely to roll cold as fire, near as I can tell. I'm really miffed about that last game. I did the math on the bee not getting 2 turns, but I guess I'm wrong. The bees are fast-moving creatures, and the way Krulls rolls, that probably is factored in somehow into the math on them getting a turn. More importantly, when you're at 4 health, you shouldn't be playing around with the possibility of maybe I'll be able to drain tank from here. You should just be trying to escape with your life ASAP, and by any means necessary. Alright, good. Very tempting to stick around for the axe, but ultimately not worth it. Thin the numbers and try a different entrance. Probably safe to kill that thing. Nope. Pull. Kill. That's the other thing. Anything I pull dies to the mob. Yeah, see, the axe ain't going anywhere. Whoa, Sigmund. Okay, so 2 stairs are out, 1 to go. Out because, again, I'm not risking my life to Sigmund this early on. It's a cursed -2 axe. Burn my teleport scroll. And I have... Wow, I burned all my scrolls. That's awful. We're gonna pull right here. There's no need to become any riskier than that. Immolation is done. I think take the spear. May end up being the best weapon I find, depending what it rolls out as. I feel like somehow I'm making a lot of noise or something, because they're definitely swarming onto me pretty heavy. Okay, we're heading in the direction of Sigmund, so let's just back off with all due respect for the asshole. Sigmund kills way too many early game characters way too easily. He's got a lot of power, a lot of talents, and without Mephitic Cloud, I don't have the means of facing him. Next floor. Sigmund is the one who first teaches most new players the cardinal rule of Crawl. You do not need to kill everything. You do not need to fight everything. I can either go right or left. If I go right, I'm promising that I can kill him in 6 pain darts. If I go left, I'm trying to run away. I'm going to go for 6 pains, and then I'm going to run away, because my skeletons will hold him at bay. We're going to run in a circle, because I can outrun him, and I can potentially get another several pain darts. 2, 3. He can still kill me in one shot. That's always a concern. However, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that really should have killed him. But then he also missed me, so I guess we're even. 1, 2, there we go, got him. Double level up. Corpse with a giant ass club. Quokka. So I am holding an un-ID'd scroll and a scroll of ID. Seems like a problem that really solves itself. However, I'm kind of waiting on having a few more scrolls. Maybe I'll get some numbers behind these and I can decide which one needs to be ID'd first. I would much rather burn a blink scroll that I have 2 of than ID a scroll that's useless. Let me rephrase that. I would like to be able to use a good scroll I pick up more than I would like to be able to ID at random. There we go. I have a scroll of teleport. That's really helpful. Will potentially save my life. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage. We can pick up Animate Dead now. Transition to using some higher quality undead. I want to be in very close proximity to the staircase. Excellent. That's the other side of it, of course, is it's not just the quality of undead, but the quantity that goes up too with Animate Dead. I can get more corpses to my service. And this isn't like my mid to late game mage who says I'd rather have 3 spell levels. And I don't care about using inferior quality skeletons. They're not that important. No, this is my... Oops. Weapon of any kind. Nothing that looks special. Still just... I do carry a rune spear. That might be worth ID, or uncursing and picking out. These are all simple orcs. I don't mind taking them on one by one. It looked like there was a wizard somewhere along the way. Nope, I was wrong. No wizard. Everybody wake up. Take him on. Excellent. Excellent. Swarm him with much prejudice. I'll deal with the other one. I don't care if I got no experience. I did not want to deal with a phantom. Alright, we're going to figure out at least what some of these are. My patience wears thin. That's a very probable escape scroll. And that's a total waste of an ID. Now that I have 2 of it, I can test it. I'm unlikely to replace my cloak anytime soon, just because cloaks are not as common as armors. Kill, 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 kill. Keep the needles. The rest I can get rid of. Next. Kill. Grab that. Beat you with a rusty axe to death. The reason I attacked him is I had a safe retreat if I needed it. Damn it, the one scroll I didn't want to waste, I just wasted it. But I'm getting impatient. I want to find the remove curse. And from the frying pan into the other frying pan, it's not actually a fire. It's actually a reasonable weapon. It's just I want better than this. I don't mean to trade to the side. But at least now I know what remove curse looks like. That'll be good. Minor buff to my intelligence is probably still something. No, I don't think we can take Edmund on here. Not particularly. Vamp draining is all well and good, but without the mana to back it up, it's not very helpful. Let's make sure I have plenty of room to fight this ogre in. I also forgot to poison needle before I attacked it, so that was very suboptimal. Oh, I couldn't poison needle because they don't have the remove curse needed. This is an awful place to fight. Made all the more awful by not being able to see my opponent and being out of mana. Fire, that's awful. We're heading to the teleport trap. I'm using it to get out of jail. I wish I could poison that thing from range. Yeah, I really need to get my weapons upgraded. Alright, fuck it. Took a little bit of a chance there, but I was standing on my escape if I needed it, so. Turn auto pickup back on, please. We can actually forget animate skeleton in this situation. I don't need it right now. And I haven't missed a Sif altar. Unless, of course, I missed it on that floor with Sigmund, but actually that's pretty likely. What floor was he on? No, he was on 2, so. Unlikely to be the ecumenical floor. And the most likely place to find Sif is still the ecumenical temple. Make sure that the priest has minimal vision on me. Before I attack it, of course. And res everything. It's just a adder zombie. I can just stab it with my cursed spear of shittiness. I think I just lose here because that's a bear and a centaur. I'm gonna res whatever skeletons I can to distract them and then bail. "40 hit points is a very lousy health pool to work with against this much offense. We're gonna be going far away from them. There's no reason to melee a Goliath zombie now that, or Goliath beetle, now that mummies don't have slow move, in addition to their other negative traits. 12 mana will have to do. Come on, something good, something good. Scroll of Fear is okay. Model Dragon Armor is a definite maybe. Unknown Scroll probably presents the most potential, because I already have one fear for if that turns out to be the lifesaver I need. I'm actually gonna consider... Hell, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna burn an enchant weapon just to get this spear off me so that I can instead whip out a blowgun, which vastly increases my DPS. Because I can do things like this from well out of their range, and then back away while they die. You just appeared down the stairs or something, piece of crap. Grab that, and head down. The spear is not cursed anymore, so it's a valid weapon. Albeit not a great one. Switch back to the blowgun and just get used to the fact that we have to actually play the game at this level right now. Ah, crap! Back off. Let the soldier ant tank some damage. What was I thinking? Back off against a fucking archer? Idiot. Poison it twice, get out. Then bring out the spear, go back in. Of course it's going to heal up fully. Back out again. Do I have vamp draining? I do have vamp draining. I can drain it 4 times. If I can taunt it into melee, that would be ideal. Perfect. We're gonna just drain it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. It's a bad series of plays and bad decisions, and oh my god, what is with all these out-of-depth monsters? Water moccasin on floor 4? 6? Seriously. What the fuck? Alright, back off, give it room, and then go kill it. I'm standing and poking it with a spear from even further out of range. Okay, pull. I guess I could have drain tanked it, maybe, as another alternative to what I actually did. Okay, fuck you, Mr. Imp. You win. You've successfully frustrated me enough to make me— ah, shit! Make big mistakes. We're gonna drain this thing. And then we're gonna pull the imp and just have him get beat up by my buddies here. Well, I still don't have any zombies on this floor, so if I could just pull this guy, use my resist coal to make it up the stairs, and then just beat him up this way. Okay. Would love some good luck here. Natasha is not bad luck. Shoot. Going for the robe. I don't know what it is, but I'd rather have it than not. There's the bear, and there's just the whole motley crew, honestly. We're just gonna waltz out of here. Wait, where's that staircase I've been using? It's north. Shit. And there's 2 enemies that weren't there before, and I'm running from a bear. Okay, here we go. I think I found my way around. I just lose my zombie in the process. Son of a bitch! There's a frog too now, huh? Drain the frog to death. That's a must. Pull whatever I can, one at a time. We'll drain it too. Pull whatever I can, one at a time. We'll drain it too. And hey, can I pull you? Excellent. We're gonna kill you too. Okay. All of you guys dead. Somehow an imp got summoned, so I'm just gonna go downstairs and wait it out. There's what summoned it, and it's dead. And now it's mine. I miss being able to carry corpses. I used to, whenever I played this kind of build, carry a set of corpses down the stairs and then res them on the floor below so that I had a ready army, you know, just add water kind of thing. But alright, that bear is still there somewhere, ready to fuck me up should I ever find it. And that's fucking Grinder. This floor is insane. I found the bear, and as I am fond of saying, some days you get the bear and some days the bear gets you. Well, today is the day where I got the bear, apparently. Come to me, Grinder. We're gonna kick your ass upstairs. I'm gonna beat you up. We got a bear, zombie. You may have me paralyzed, but I have you 5v1'd. And I am not letting you get away. Where'd you go? Tomahawk of returning, please. And we'll continue to stab you and die, you piece of shit. Whew. Took him down, Grinder. Alright, so we're doing really, really good right now, considering just how fucked up that floor was. 13 mana is not a lot. I'd like to be dealing with more, but right now I feel like my lackluster ability to survive is more concerning, so I want to grab more HP. I also saw that there was definitely some valuables here. Oh, but nothing I can pick up, of course, because potions and food. So, we're good. We'll try that robe on now. Great. Should have remembered it sooner. It actually would have been helpful against Grinder. Well, this is the lowest floor the Ecumenical Temple can possibly appear on, so shout once to get attention, and then hide. Because we're gonna go right back in and drain that fucker. He didn't leave a corpse, and in come the priest, so out, heal, back. No weapons I care to steal. Boom. Seriously, no runic weapons. I guess there was that flail of holy wrath, which would really have hurt a mummy like me, and in fact, I can't touch because of its holiness. So, fuck. Hey, Sif MuNe. Bizarre vault again, but I'll take it. Ha! Oh, Christ. Okay, what we're gonna do is just kill one orc. Okay, I'll take that. Not be in range of the guy who has reach until I'm ready to take him on with draining. And then we'll finish channeling back some... Oh, I can't channel mana yet. Do I need to hit a teleport? Probably not. I could probably get away with this. Do one of those. Lead them for a merry chase. Yep, did it without the teleport. Definitely prefer it that way. And now we're gonna head west. Ah, thank God. Shadow trap warning. I die to shadow traps so much. It's just a constant case of didn't judge the danger correctly. Okay. I really shouldn't be wielding a spear like it's any good, but I'm just very confident that it's by the time I take the time to figure out a nice in-between weapon, I will find a dagger of venom, for example. Rather specific example, admittedly. Yeah, I already found Sif MuNe. I don't need the temple anymore, but thanks for the offer. Would have been. Ooh, Wand of Teleport. Looks like the game has finally decided to throw me a fucking bone. Clanking noise, magic mapping. Okay. Oh yeah, all my escape scrolls I already know what they are. I have one charge left on the Wand of Tele plus 4 Tele scrolls. That's enough that I should have a rather liberal attitude towards when teleports are helpful and when they're not. We're just gonna beat you up, dude. Come on, seriously. 7 of us, none of us can land a blow. Solid enough to kill you. I'm rezzing that early because I don't want the imp picking up that spear. Drain the jackal. And get out of here. Let the army finish the work. Drain and running around. 63 HP is a heck of... You know what? Screw it. I'm not carrying a +1 spear when I could be carrying a +0 trident. It's just insulting. Same goes for that dumb short sword. Every weapon we have now has a purpose. For example, to reach and stab past summons, to stack poison from range or from melee. And we descend again. Like pulling teeth, this game has been. Every inch of the way has been fought for. And no armor slots have been filled. Wow, that's unfortunate even for me. Model dragon armor. How encumbering is it? I seem to recall that it's meant to be a bit more wearable. It's not as bad as some things could be. And oh Christ, is that it's a spore. I don't remember if spores confuse anymore or not, and I don't care. I wasn't taking any chances. I mean, look how much damage I took. I came down within melee range of a spore. This also means that by the time I find a spore, it's going to have spread to half the floor. Also, that's dealing fire damage, so definitely want to be in a position to pull it rather than face it on my own and hope for luck. Double bears is one too many bears for me. Go far enough that it would have to at least look for me. Yeah, I by all rights could have killed that bear without needing to walk away, but I got really unlucky with the number of... Whoa. Who's on this floor? Maurice? Youpsies. Come to me, dude. Yeah, see, I could have killed the bear without needing to drain and run, but sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. I also still don't have Sif Muna's channeling abilities, so we're gonna have to pull this guy back. I also took way too long to get even a single stack of poison on you. Go. You guys can fight my battles. I have to heal. You guys can't fight my battles. You guys all died to a single killer bee. I'm gonna hit teleport. I mean, I don't want to die here. What can I say? Pull one at a time. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Alright. Is that the worst y'all can do to me? Come on. I will say this just for... Oh, son of a bitch. I have to take it. I can't not take it. Pykel is in the lead. He's got an electric whip, which can hurt badly. We're going to utilize fear here to push him out of the way. Give me time to try out my spear of pierce, flight, and strength with only the slightest of negatives. That was so worth taking a little bit of time to ID. It's a good weapon. It goes really well with some of these wands I've got, including the wand of slowing, which I will ID because my plan is now very clear. I'm going to take on Pykel. That much goes without saying. What I'm going to do is try to slow him down first, so that I have a retreat plan. Okay, there we go. Now that I have a zombie, I'm in perfect shape. I'm going to stab Pykel in his bony crotch for a few shots, and there we go. I'm assuming he's got a bony crotch, and I'm not really actually sure why I would make that assumption. Pick up the Whip of Electrocution if for no other reason than I don't want it used against me. Psyche, well, I can reach and poke her. I can drain tank her. I can continue to hope to hit her. I took several hits there. She's probably got a Chaos Dagger or something. It is a Dagger of Chaos. Awesome. Eventually she turned me invisible, which is probably the only reason I survived the paralysis. I was more ready for a Distortion Dagger that would statistically not abyss me because I'm not that unlucky. Statistically she would bounce me once or twice at most, and wow, why are you berserk? You berserked quickly. Does this thing turn people berserk? No, it lets me go berserk. That's not the same thing at all. And of course, I'm not allowed to berserk, yes? Yeah, because mummies cannot go berserk. That sucked. There's Maurice, rat bastard. We're gonna stack as much poison as we can on him first, actually. That's not even close to what I meant to do. Okay, well, now we're just gonna retreat into an even position so that when he goes invisible, I still know where he is. Okay. He's not there. Maybe I lost him. Yep, I lost him. There he is. If he doesn't know where I am, then I can poison him at least once before switching over to my other strategy and then beating the crap out of him. I will pickpocket these, at least one of these, the glowing buckler. Do I need a cloak? I don't need a cloak. Not a generic cloak at any rate. What does wearing this buckler do to my spellcasting? Absolutely nothing. Couldn't get any worse. Well then, in which case, we'll just keep doing what we're doing. Sif Moon of Piety does now allow channeling, so drop fighting, throw on some invocations, and fuck it, we might even train shields a little bit to... Damn it, can I not hit the broadside of a... Fuck. Alright, well we're being attacked now. Go sick the centaur while I try not to die. One fog. Make him come to me through the fog. That fog might have actually saved my life. I don't know for sure, but I should have thought of it a turn sooner. It's all it bought me a turn, but turn's sometimes all you need. Yep, like I predicted, that one spore that I spawned next to when I entered the floor has now become a fucking ballista mycotic army. Normally I'd be like, oh no, I don't want my allies to get all the kill credit, but right now I'm like, fuck it, I just want these things dead. They've more than once screwed me over this game. We can approach. We're safe. I should feel like ecstatic about this spear, but honestly, it's just like such a small piece of good news in what has been such a grinding quest. We probably have to just charge it right now, and then just drain tank it. Charge and drain, charge and drain. There we go. He's got a wand of digging. Let's ID that too. I'd like to know how much I can dig. 7 charges is excellent. It's a lot of digging value. Digging might not seem like much, but it lets you set up so many things. What can I do here? No, not without skeletons, backup, something. I can take on a single ogre, but two-hander is just like asking. It's all or nothing, feast or famine. He can kill you in one shot if you're even slightly unlucky. And I think we've established that I am sufficiently unlucky. We're gonna train second-tier abilities for a little bit, shields and spellcasting. If Sif MuNe isn't giving me a book and the game isn't giving me a book, then I'm kind of screwed as far as other spells go for a little while. Shout once for attention. Arrows of Flame. If he had hit me with a couple of those, ouchies. Minimal jewelry. Switch over to the blowgun. Give myself some room. That ogre isn't following me. Alright, fine. Quasit is still coming for me though, right? Let's switch to my Pierce Trident. How am I with Trident skills? -2 like everything else. So don't waste any experience training what you're not going to get a lot of value out of. We're going to switch back to the blowgun in case. Yep, there it is. Let's get the full benefit off of each stack of poison before going toe-to-toe with the ogre. One, 2 stacks of poison. Wow, that's all it took? Excellent. See, that's what I meant by I'm going for a better engage with the same thing. New piece of armor. We'll ID this scroll just in case. It's a recharging. Do I really need to hit the recharging right now? No, I don't. I mean, I have something definitely worth recharging, but since it's not going to get broken, since we don't burn scrolls anymore, I can be fairly sure it'll still be there later. Oh, fuck. The Scroll of Torment would be an amazing ad for this character who's immune to torment by nature. There is no mace that I'm going to prefer that has nothing. Well, I might prefer Mace of Protection. Under some circumstances, at least. Drained you out. Lowing mana, so I'm going to get my mana back behind the worm, and then stab from behind the worm, and then pain to your face, and then res everything without even looking at all my possible upgrades. That was silly. I should have checked to make sure there was no good pickups before I resed them. Okay, we got it. Res, back, get mana back, get lots of mana back, get into drain range, get my HP back, get my HP back, get my HP back again, and run for it. We're gonna hit teleport because yes, I am within kill distance of that glaive. We're gonna run for it again. The question is, do I hit teleport or not? I think I do. I'm still retreating into the unknown. My risk is very high. There we go. This is a much safer place to get my health back. And again, I have plenty of... Oh, son of a bitch. You got me cornered, asshole. Very good. Okay, and I turned my own zombie against me by mistake. We're just going to do this. Okay, good. Poison stack times 1. Drain, drain, drain. Now, asshole who would be my nemesis, you may die. You, who gave me a reason to burn not one, but 2 teleport scrolls. You may die in agony. Oh my god. Close this door. I'm dealing with this shit. Before it gives me a mycotic aneurysm. That's not how aneurysms work, mind you. Just uses the word myco, so I had to go for it. Ha! Suck a dick. Oh wait, that was my ogre that died? It's a lot of risk involved when you stand in front of an ogre and drain it, but there's also a lot of risk involved when you do just about anything as a mummy, so take your chances. I can't be confused by that, so it's not actually that scary. Swamp Drake and Orc Corpse. Okay, great. We'll res both. Okay, and okay. So I want to point out how screwed this run has been because Lair should spawn anywhere from 8 to 11. We're already past the half point. Temple should spawn by 4 to 7. It was on 7. I mean, this is a bad luck run. I also spent a fair amount of the game in shitty equipment. In fact, some would argue I still have shitty equipment. Perfect. Now that you're by me and I can... The only light spot in all this is that I have a really good weapon right now. To be fair, it's because I had a shitty one for the whole first half of the game, but there you have it. I don't need a random trident of no value either. Oh, that took way too long considering that I'm so well versed in pain. We're gonna continue with necromancy, I guess, and turn on dodging. Just improve my odds in melee range a little bit more. We can heal. I don't want to fight in a closed corridor just yet. Now I do want to fight in a closed corridor. Yep. Something summoned a mass of kobolds. I'm dropping a floor. Got the warg. Go up a floor. I ain't afraid of you, bro. Dick. I do not have a remove curse in case this is a cursed amulet, so I will ID it first. Resist corrosion and fire, Dex plus S Invis. That's fantastic. It doesn't have MR plus, it is in fact MR minus, which makes me more vulnerable than usual to confuse. But I'll take that down for all the ups. Here we're just going to stab everything with my pointy, except of course the stuff that I'm going to drain instead. So now we have 2 good bits of equipment on us. You know, this sphere is so good, it might actually be worth training into. I'm getting less damage out of drain on average than I am out of the spear. But though, to be fair, drain heals me. The sphere does not. That is a very big deal, because I have no natural mechanism to heal. Well, we made it to the lair, so by some accounts, this run was already successful. E-I-C-Q, please. And E-I-S-W, please. Just so that I have my stuff on the right keys. We're gonna fire poison needles at the iguana a couple times, and then proceed to run in circles. Stab you and drain you and finish you. It doesn't feel like much, but honestly, even a couple stacks of poison go a long way to softening up a target. Because the whole time that they would be regenerating, they are losing. It's like a double negative. Ah! Can we do this? Yeah, we can do this. Just don't overheal. And we'll regen mana. Armor dodging is all worth training right now. Spellcasting is not, but necromancy sure is. Okay, somebody stepped on an alarm trap. It wasn't me, but maybe not. Maybe nobody stepped on it. Maybe they just played the alarm. Not a single book in the dungeon yet. God damn, that's bad luck. Although it is reassuring me that the Necromancer starter book has, as long as you are reasonably tanky, it opens you up to the drain tank approach to the gameplay, which is totally viable, apparently. Terrales. We're going to run away from Terrales, and then we're going to come back and attack him. There he is. Just want my summons to be closer by for when I started fighting him. Okay, good. Those guys are set. And whoever is following behind me is getting beat up by my train of summons. Well, let's drain tank a little bit more correctly here. A hippogriff is trying to follow me. What a hippogriff. And all good. Alright, well, we've established our way into the lair. That's sufficient for the day. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys next time.